Well, hey, welcome to this next video installment. And I wanted to share with you today a very special software tool. Now, if you've seen a few other of my videos, you've seen this already, or you're seeing the new version as I do more and more videos on the latest update to this software. But if you're a realtor or a real estate investor, probably specifically a wholesale real estate investor, this video is definitely for you, and you're definitely in the right place. And the reason is because it's essentially a way for you to go 100% virtual if that's something that you want to do. So if you want to have a business in real estate that is 100% virtual, meaning, I have not seen personally, for example, a property in the last 9 years. That means sellers, buyers, you name it, I've not seen anything like that in the last 9 years because all my business is 100% virtual. That's simply because years ago I was a 14 to 16 hour a day, 7 day a week realtor that was stressed out and I had no life. And it was a fear of mine that I would not be able to. I was not married at that time, nor did I have children. And so my fear was if I keep going at this rate, I'm never going to see them when I do get married. Today, I am married. I have a 9-month-year-old at the time of this video, and I'm able to spend every single day. In fact, some of these videos you're going to hear him. He's not here right now, but you'll hear him in some of the videos because he's with me. And so my life is different because I've been able to learn and harness the power of internet marketing technology combined with real estate investing, specifically in no money down deals. So I put $0 into any of my deals, literally zero. So I have no risk financially. I don't use credit cards either. I know for years they were teaching you to use your credit cards to buy property. Don't do that. I put nothing into these deals, and I control the entire business using this one piece of software that's got several pieces of different parts of a business. So it creates essentially a infrastructure for my real estate business. So I can control everything from this one piece of software. Okay, and I love it primarily because it provides leads. As you see on the screen, it provides lots and lots of leads. In fact, let's look at. Actually, let's look here, and I'll give you an example of the kinds or the amounts of leads that I get when it comes to the numbers, right? If you're a total math nerd, you're gonna like the numbers here for sure. Especially if you're spending money on advertisement, and if you're not, you really shouldn't be in business because you need to spend some money on advertisement, right? If you're not, you're just not in business. So what you're looking at is a couple of campaigns that I've run. They're currently off. They're on idle. And if you've never run your own leads, or if you've always bought leads from somebody else, bear with me because this is going to be a little nerdy, or it's going to be a lot of nerdy, but it's helpful. If you have run leads, you're going to love this because I guarantee you, and I've run leads on Facebook, Google, Bing, YouTube, because we also do marketing agencies for other businesses that we personally own and for businesses that we don't own. So this will help you as well if you're evaluating, where to get your leads from and how much it's going to cost you. So let's look at this right off the bat. The way that this works, this software does, is it goes to sites like Craigslist. Actually, it goes to just Craigslist. And if you're not familiar with Craigslist, where have you been? Craigslist has been around forever, and it is probably one of the ugliest looking sites on the planet, but it is probably one of the most trafficked sites. And people from all over the world come to this site when they're looking to buy and trade different things. In this case that we're going to talk about, it's housing. So this software goes to Craigslist and it scrapes it, meaning it will gather the listings from Craigslist and then it'll load it into the software so that we can then turn around, text those listings, and make offers. So these are people that are specifically saying on Craigslist, I have a property and I want you to make an offer, right? And so they're publicly displaying that for everybody to make offers. And so that's what we're doing. We're making an offer. So we're sending out a text blast that does just that. Now, these are no money down offers that are amazing offers for somebody who can accept terms. Most people want cash, right? So they want to sell their house immediately. But if they can't, we're a great offer for them. And because I'm doing this in bulk, it's very easy for me to find those diamonds in the rough, if you will, pretty fast. In fact, in about a half hour, I can get really good leads, a lot of good leads that would be open to our no money down offers. So the results of doing that, if you look over here where it says limit, it's got 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, 2,000. What that means is when I did a campaign, I only wanted it to scrape 2,000 listings, 2,000 of these listings. And it estimated that if I got all 2,000 all 2,000 listings, if I were to send a text to all 2,000, it would cost me an additional $70 in addition to what I pay for the monthly software, which is about $200 a month. That's not the case because a lot of these listings are actually duplicates, right? And so I know for a fact that not all of my texts that go out are going to go to unique listings. They're going to go to a lot of duplicates. If I look at the second one down here, right here where I just highlighted, I had set it for 2,000, estimated a cost of about $70 if all of those 2,000 were unique and all of them got my text. I did this campaign a little over 3 times, and that means that it scraped these leads or these listings 6,667 times. And only about less than a third, 1946, actually got the listing. They were unique, right? They weren't just people putting the same property up 12 times in a row, right? Which is spamming and retarded. Out of those 1,946 sellers that got, those unique sellers that got my text, it cost me really about 48, let's call it $50. So out of the 70 estimated, it really was a little bit less than $50. Out of that amount, 540 actually responded to me. So they actually replied to my text. It cost me 12 cents every time that happened. So for a lead to respond to me, meaning they got my marketing message, my preliminary initial offer, and respond, it cost me 12 cents. Now, if you don't know anything about internet marketing, 12 cents is almost free. It's practically nothing. If you do know something about marketing such as Google and Pinterest, YouTube, Bing, Instagram, whatever, you know that 12 cents is almost nothing. You'll easily spend, especially for real estate leads, an actual lead, you can spend 20 or $30 for one lead. One lead. You can spend $5 to $15 for a click, just for a click. Somebody to click on your ad. If you did an ad and somebody clicks on it, you'd be charged $5 to $15 just for them to click on it. This is a lead. 12 cents for somebody responding and communicating with me, saying, "Hey, how does that rent-to-own offer of yours work?" Or "How much down do you have?" Or whatever they might be asking in response. So the conversation starts. My response rate off to the right of that is 27.75%. Again, I told you we were going to get totally nerdy right now. If you're freaking out going, what is he talking about? Don't worry about it. If you're brand new, just know that these are amazing numbers. If you're not brand new, you already know that they're amazing numbers. I also run a marketing agency for businesses that are not real estate related. And I know these are great numbers. So I say that with confidence. 27.75% means a third of the people are responding to me. That's insane. So if you've ever done advertisement as a real estate investor or even a realtor, and you've done like the snail mail postcard deal, or you did the big letter, or Google ads, whatever, you're spending way more money, and your response rate, you're happy if you're getting like 1% to 2%, right? That's insane to me. Not to mention the fact that you've got, your postage and the time that it takes to stuff all the envelopes and all that kind of stuff. Or if you're going to networking events, or if you're nailing illegal bandit signs on some pole somewhere, you're wasting time is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to help you see. And as you can see in a previous spot, I've done a lot of these leads, so I'm very, very familiar with this. And I just tell you, there's a better way. There's definitely a better way. That's what I want to do. Is I want to encourage you in this video to say there definitely is a better way than doing that. And so, moving on the left-hand side here, as you can see, I was just going to show you. There's 23,000 leads here, and that's because that's there's probably about a total of 30,000 that I've done just with this piece of software. Now we do marketing with Facebook and all this other kind of stuff for other businesses. So we've generated a lot of leads. And I'm just trying to encourage you that there is a cheaper way of doing things. To the left-hand side here is part of your infrastructure. So your auto marketer to send out leads. When you get leads, send out text. When those texts come back, they create leads, and then you can manage those leads through your lead management. And then when you want to talk to those people, you've got a calendar right below. And that would help you to kind of coordinate and organize who you're going to be talking to. Hopefully in the first two, you've watched some of my videos where I actually show you how I respond to people. I'm not going to do that in this video. I've got other videos where you can see how I respond via text. I don't even get on the phone because I'm ambitiously lazy and don't want to get on the phone with people until I know I've really got a good deal. And that takes some time. You're going to learn how to kind of communicate with people. But once I've got leads and I'm kind of sorting through them, right? Amateurs convince, professionals sort. I'm sorting through those leads. And once I've done that, I can go to my calendar and I can set up a call. So now I can talk with those people that, definitely are demonstrating that they're a real viable lead. Once I get the deal under contract, I could use the voice blast technology, which is also built in besides the text blast. And that allows me to, if I've got a bunch of phone numbers on buyers, I can do I can do a voice broadcast and let everybody know I've got a property. We had a mentor student that had a property. It was $48,000. I think it was in Pennsylvania or Philadelphia, one of those places. And was that in the same place? I am geographically challenged. Anyway, this house got over 400 buyers responding to it. So obviously he wasn't going to get on the phone with 400 buyers and say, hey, yeah, the showing's at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Come on down and blah, blah, blah. We had squeeze pages, which are web pages that essentially we could put everybody through, that we asked for their phone number and we did a voice broadcast to let everybody know what time the next showing was if they missed the previous one. And so that's how you would deal with a deal that has that many buyers. Granted, it was a low priced house. That's why there were so many buyers. If it was a higher priced house, like 500,000, you wouldn't have 400 buyers, but you get the idea. It's how you kind of work with that amount of people. As you get inventory and get more and more properties, you've got the inventory tab, the follow-up system. So that's pretty self-explanatory. The follow-up system, they say that the fortune's in the follow-up. And so you've got to have a follow-up system, right? If you're dealing with this amount of leads, you've got to have systems that are working for you. The only way to go virtual and the only way to remove yourself from at least 90%, if not more, of your business is you've got to have systems that replace you. If everything's pointing to you, you've got a job, and there's no way you're going to have time freedom. You might have financial freedom, but you're not going to have time freedom. When I was working 14 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, I made great money. I had my own TV commercial, the house, the car, all these nice things. But I was stressed out because I had no time freedom. I was making offers right before midnight so I wouldn't miss out on deals. And that was starting my day at 6 a.m. I had 3 different assistants at different times. It was insane. It was insane. And so follow-up systems allow me, if the fortune's in the follow-up, and I want to follow up, because that's where the fortune's at, then I've got to have systems that do that for me. And what you'll find is it becomes like a snowball. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger because you've got more and more leads responding. Buyers and sellers are going to behave the way you want to when they want to do it, right? Meaning they're going to respond to you when they're in the market to buy or sell, not when you're in the market to do deals. And so if you're working with the masses through systems, you don't care anymore. People are going to do what they're going to do when they're going to do it. And because this will work on its own, you'll have these systems spitting out people on a daily basis over time if you invest in your marketing and in the tools necessary to get that kind of a result. All right, and then below that, you've got the phone system. So for those that want to build a team, of people that are doing deals for them. So that's where you start to, if you've automated 90% of your business and you want to automate another 5 or 8%, then you can have a team of realtors or other wholesalers that are working your deals for you, maybe the initial contact with buyers and sellers. And there's a phone system that allows you to get a phone number and even record their calls with buyers and sellers so you can listen in, manage the whole business. Again, all that's inside of that. And of course, down below, you've got the tutorial, so you're getting education, how to use this system, how to leverage the software. Clone sites are going to be they're going to be your 4 main sites. One for rent-to-own deals for sellers to read and to sign up at. One for rent-to-own buyers to read and get information and sign up with you. So that way you're not a professional information booth that's spending a half hour to an hour on the phone like I used to do, explaining how a rent-to-own works with somebody who's not going to do any business with you anyway. I'd rather just send them to a website so they can get that same information, if not better, than what I would recite to them, and leverage my time. Again, I enjoy spending time with my wife and my son, and we do every day. Because we're business owners, because we leverage these tools and systems online, we're able to do that. And that way the systems are working for us while we're not having to work, right? But we're able to increase our income each month and each year. So the clone sites do that, plus another site that it has a website or a sales funnel that is not only the web page, but also a follow-up system built into it, series of email autoresponders that are going out on a regular basis to follow up people, give them more value of the kind of offers that we provide, and just kind of build credibility and trust. The other one is for folks that are doing the traditional wholesale deal, right? Property's $100,000, and you want to offer $50,000, or you want to offer $70,000 to get 50 or 30,000 off. And then you have that site as well, and it's fully automated. And then the fourth one, which is my favorite, that is a property site, which you can see in other videos, that essentially give probably a little over 1,000 properties worldwide, all with your name on it from day one. So you have instant credibility. Doesn't mean that you can wholesale those deals, because obviously you don't have them under contract. But all the other investors, like myself, whatever, when we have properties, we allow other people to put their name and phone number on it, because, the more sites out there, the more exposure, the better chances of moving those properties, right? And then again, team management below here, where you're managing a team of people, again, pulling yourself out of the business so that you actually have a business. And then down here, account and support. So basically, that's pretty self-explanatory. Account, managing how much you're spending in text, which, as you saw, is not a lot. And then support, if you ever run into any technical problems, you have a tech team that can help you with that. And that way you don't have to be a tech nerd. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I know it was a lot. I know it was a total data dump, and you probably felt like I put a water hose to the face. My apologies for that. But if you're brand new, there's chances are you're struggling. I mean, I go to Facebook groups and I see people that are like, what do you think the best kind of cold call script is? And I'm like, why would you cold call? You say, well, hey, Russ, text blasting is a form of cold calling. That's true. But I'm only responding and dealing with people that have responded back to me and expressed interest. And I'm not getting on the phone with them until I really know that there's a good deal. So by the time I do get on the phone, we've already warmed up that call, right? I'm not just calling somebody out of the blue saying, hey, you don't know, like, or trust me, so let me see if I can try to convince you out of 30 to 50% of your house. Not to mention the fact that I don't make those offers anyway. I'm doing 100% in exchange for terms. So I don't even have to deal with that in the first place. So all that to say, this is for ambitiously lazy people only. If you're somebody who likes to go show property like I used to have to do, or if you're somebody who likes to sit and do open houses with balloons outside so the neighbors can come and check out how much their property is worth compared to the one that you're showing. If you're somebody who likes to networking where you're shaking hands and you look and fly in your nice suit, this isn't for you, right? I've been on the beach in Hawaii looking at whales literally in front of me while I was on the phone doing deals. That's the kind of thing I like. So when you see those ads on Facebook, it's a laptop lifestyle and somebody's got a laptop on them, they're sitting in front of a blue water and nice warm weather. That is possible. This is the tool that makes it possible. So Anyway, what we recommend is if this is something that you might want to explore and evaluate more, this is what I would recommend. Somewhere on this page, probably below this or to the side, there's going to be a button where you can schedule a call with me. And I'd like to share this with you. Give it a spin for 30 days. See if it's something that would be a fit for you. If not, get your money back. Don't worry about it. If so, and I know it will, I know it'll blow your mind because everybody's like, this works for you, or that's a lot of hype, man. You can't get that many leads for that cheap, etc. And without a doubt, it blows people's minds